Hello everybody, I'm Certi and welcome back to Satisfactory. Okay, so in between episodes I did some crafting, I allowed things to run, collected some plates and came and had a look at the hub, and it just so happens that under tier 4 improved melee, which allows you to get the Xeno-Basher. Now I think that was in the man before, I can't remember exactly, but well, it was a long time ago, but yeah, I have the Xeno-Basher now, which will certainly help a lot in future endeavors. Also on the right hand side you'll notice there's a list. Now I have 2 water extractors selected and I have all the machinery that I need for them. So the way you do that is you press on your build menu and you hover over the item that you want, and then we'll just do the hub, for example. And when you do that, it adds the hub to the list on the right, and it tells you what parts you need for it. And you can add as many things as you want, so you can make a long list of the requirements. If you're building a factory somewhere else far away and you don't want to have to come back and forward and forget items, you can just add them to the list. And to remove them from the list, you just basically hit the minus and it's gone. And you can add as many as you want. So if I wanted to do 3 hubs, well, that's 5 now, but yeah, there would be 5 hubs. So yeah, that's how you do that. Also, I did some preparation work on our coal power station. I've charged up the biomass burners, so they should last us a little while at least. And then down at the bottom of our very long ramp, you'll see some coal burners. Okay, now the setup for these can be a little tricky. First of all, I have our pure coal node up there delivering 120 coal per minute, and that'll come down this Mark II line, which is carrying 120, and it will come in here. Now the reason I have a splitter here is because later on, when we have Mark II miners, that will be delivering 240, and we'll have Mark III belts, which will be able to handle 240, and we'll be able to expand this coal plant. Alright, but the coal plant itself uses 45 cubic meters of water per minute, and it doesn't show it here, but it uses 15 coal per minute. Okay, so those numbers work out very nicely to have 8 coal burners. Alright. It also works out nicely in that 8 times 45 for water equals 360. Let me jump down here. And these water extractors each extract 120. So exactly 3 of them will drive 8 coal generators, which is pretty nifty. But there's a trick. The pipes that we unlocked can only carry 300 Mark 1s. So we're going to be doing this. I just put that, in fact, I think I'm going to delete that one. Don't need it anymore. We're going to be putting the water extractors down on this side. And then we're going to bring the water up through the floor. Now, as you can see, I've raised the belt for the copper. I just need to move these extractors back, but I'll sort that out. And then I have a floor hole with the pipe going into the coal extractor. Now 2 extractors will feed into one line, which will feed the first, I think it's 5 or 6 machines, with 240 water. Then at that stage, you can add the other 60 in to top up, or actually 204, the next 120 to top up. I'll have to work out the numbers exactly as to where the other pipe needs to come in, but the way I'm going to do it is I'm basically just going to create a logistics floor below this, and the water will be pushed up through the floor into the machines. So I'll get stuck into that. I'll get all of this sorted out, and once I'm done, I'll be back. Okay, and we're back. It's morning. We have everything set up. We have our 3 water extractors. We have our 8 coal generators. Each coal generator generates 75 megawatts. What I've done is I've only left the first one on because I'm not sure I've got enough power to get them all started, and I'd like to fill the machines up with coal. So what I'm going to do is right now this line is disconnected, and this is the line that feeds the water extractors and the coal mine. So I'm going to connect this, and yeah, I'm going to hope for the best. Yep, it didn't work. So let's disconnect this line and this line and try and switch back on and see if that works. Nope. Alright. That only means one thing. To get this whole coal plant up and running, I'm going to need to disconnect parts of the factory. And that shouldn't be a problem. I could just go and build more biofuel generators, but I figure, nah, we're going to have coal power now, so this is getting disconnected. And as long as I remember that there's 2 lines here to connect, we should be fine. Okay, that's completely separate. Okay. Alright, we're back up and running. For how long, I don't know, because I don't know how much biofuel is left in those generators. But in the meantime, we've got some water going into the system, and soon enough we will have some coal coming down the belt. Let's go and see where it is. Ah, there we go. Another thing that you need to bear in mind is that these pipes, water extractors only have a 10-meter head, and I was a bit concerned about this because we're sitting at the edge of 10 meters. It shouldn't be a problem getting it up to this pipe, but I'm not 100% sure that it's going to get it up into the coal generators. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to put a pump on, but that's fine. Okay, so basically what I did underneath was I've connected 2 of the water extractors together. They take 240 water up into this pipe, and that will fill this pipe. But the first pipes that it comes from, or comes off of, are going to get the water. Which means as you come down this line, the last 3 machines, 6, 7, and 8, are not going to get the full amount of water, because there's only 240 coming through and we need 360. So what I've done is I've connected the 3rd machine on its own line into a connector that connects directly up to the 6th machine. And that will push the extra 120 into that pipe and through to the end. Alright, coal's coming in now. Are we getting extra power? That is working. We're not getting water yet. Ah, darn. So the water's definitely coming up to this level, but not going into this pipe. I wonder if it doesn't mean we have to wait until this is full. Right? I heard something. Yes, water is getting up. Okay, perfect. Perfect indeed. Okay, it's going to take a while for all the machines to fill up. Come on. Okay, so all the machines are getting water. They're not switched on, but they're getting water. In the meantime, coal is going in. That one's almost full, so I can switch this one. Now I'm going to wait for the water a little, because coal is going into the machine, so that's fine. And I think that means that we have extra power. We do. We've got 315 megawatts capacity. Max consumption is 206, which means that we can come on over here, connect the second water generator, water extractor, and that will then increase the water coming into the system and speed things up. Okay, I'm going to take a chance. I think we have enough juice now to connect the last water extractor. Well, everything's still on, so that's a good sign. Which means this one is already full, pretty much full on water and on coal. So let's switch it on. And just like that, we're at 390. Pretty loud over here. Coal is coming in. Everything's balancing. How far down the line are we with filling up with coal? Not quite there yet. Okay, water's filled up. That's good. This one should be filling with water. It is going up. Good sign. Seems stable now. Fantastic. Okay, it looks like we're all filled with water. Okay, now we just get the coal filled up. That coal is full. That coal is full. We can switch this one on. And we'll switch that one on. We'll just wait for everything else to fill up. This overflow method doesn't balance the resources coming in very well, so you kind of have to wait for things to fill up. I want to wait for it to fill up because if you don't, then the last ones tend to flicker on and off for quite a while. So yeah, we'll wait that out. But in the meantime, we're up to 540 megawatts. And the water pumps are slowing down because they don't need to pump as much water as they were, which means a reduction in power usage, I believe. Yes, but it'll fluctuate the whole time. But at this point, if the bioburners go off, it won't matter. Alright, we are well on our way to sorting things out, and I'm thinking that perhaps I'm going to go and test out my new Xeno-Basher, and we'll see how this goes. I hope it goes well because I really don't feel like dying. Alright. Okay, so it turns out I needed pumps. And it was just battling to get enough water up to the coal generators, and they're the last one's gone on again. Takes us up to 840 megawatts. It's still going on and off. Very, very odd. Okay, there's no problem there anymore. It's like there's not enough water getting through to this one. Now, does that mean that I need to reposition this one to the 7th machine so that it feeds in both directions? It shouldn't. All of these are working at full speed. Yeah, I'm a bit stumped here. I don't know if it's a pipe glitch. I don't know if it has something to do with the floor holes. If it did, there wouldn't be any water going through, but there is some, so not entirely sure. These pipes are full. The pump is in, and it's pushing up. There's no reason why there shouldn't be water coming into this machine at a good rate. Oh, okay, wait. It is starting to fill up. Okay, it's unlikely that it'll get completely full because the water is being used as and when. So let me turn this off. See if I can get this one to actually fill up. Okay, it's full. We'll switch it back on and just monitor things. But it should stay full now. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Okay, so it looks like we are now stable at 840 megawatts, which is just great. It gives us the opportunity to then expand. And as I mentioned before, there's coal and iron and copper and concrete or limestone down on this side. So this is where our steel production is going to be. But there are a couple of things that I'd need to do first, and one of them is rotors, because I'm really sick and tired of handcrafting rotors. We have enough power to set up a little rotor plant. It doesn't have to be anything major, but we now have a lot, well, we should have a lot of reinforced iron plates, and we do. What's going on here? Yeah, it's got... Oh, of course. Forgot that I disconnected this whole thing. Alright, let's reconnect that one and that one. And we will continue production. That's just superb. Alright. So we're using... If all our machines were running, we'd be using 322. And are my biomass burners still working? Because apparently they don't stop. They have stopped. Okay, so if you don't need the biomass burner, that's right. The biomass burners will only produce as much as they need to. So this is like a nice little backup system that we've got over here in case something goes wrong and we need to shut down parts of the plant or something and restore power. So it's the automated power plants, like the coal power plant, that will run full time at full tilt, regardless of how much power is needed. And I think that pretty much brings us to the end of this episode. I've achieved what I wanted to achieve. We have our coal power plant working. So, if you liked this video, give it a like. Your feedback is appreciated. If you do like the videos, drop us a comment as well. Tell us anything that we might have missed. If you've got any better ideas, I'm always open to suggestions, and as you know, we will expand this, and we may have another 8 before we get to oil power or fuel power. We may even expand this to 32 coal generators, because we do have the facility available. We've got the coal, but we do also need to set up a nice little explosives weapons area at some point, because it's those little bugs, when there's 3 of those pods sitting together, it's extremely difficult to take them out, especially if you've got a spitter nearby as well. So yeah, you just tend to die and have to go back and pick up your stuff and then run like hell until they can't catch you. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, please like the video. It really helps with the algorithm and the reach of the video. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon for notifications, and yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, cheers.